My name is Vic. Before I hand to Noel, I thought I'd do a little icebreaker for you all. First of all, I'm doing this first time outside, so I hope you didn't hear any noise or music, right? No, okay, cool.
Very good, very
Good.
good.
Very good, okay. Because behind me is a hall with a PA system on, separated by a wall. Okay, so I'm going to continue on. As you're aware, we are almost end of Q1 for the year 2024. Now it's 26th of March, the third month almost ending. So I have this question for you all. The poll is launching. Use one word to describe your Q1 of 2024. Okay, we have overwhelming, challenging, amazing, speedy, closing. FY year. What is that?
Financial year closing.
Oh, okay.
Just add it for fun. But what was that you were expecting, Vic? What we were supposed to be responding?
I don't know. I didn't think. I just asked. Don't assume.
Good.
Closing. Oh, yes. Anything satisfying. Okay. Fulfilling. Yes. Oh, wow. Yeah. I do feel this. Already, only Q1 is already tired. Okay, great. Everybody is answering. Thank you for submitting. Just to jog our memory, is always a good practice for me to do a reflection to see how we're going. I thought this is a good start, and we are starting the second month of AI. It's fun. Therefore, I'm gonna let Noel kickstart the session. Noel is the first presenter and speaker. Noel, on to you.
Thank you, Vic. Thank you. All right, you guys can see the screen, right?
Yep.
Okay. So out of the 4 sessions, this is the 4th now, right? So welcome back, those of you who have joined us in previous session. Right. I actually created some content for one of the other sessions, but because I couldn't make it, so I'm going to use that this time around and add on a little bit more. And let me just turn on the audio because there's a nice little video I saw on LinkedIn recently. I thought it might be nice to get started with that. Can you hear anything?
No, we can't hear.
Oh, maybe this video has no sound. But you can see something, right?
Yeah. Parrot.
Yeah.
Being on a tab. It is showing angry face, is it?
So this is not AI, okay?
Yeah.
So this wasn't something done with an AI tool, all right? I thought it was very cute that someone actually created this and tried to get people thinking if it's AI or not AI, okay? But how about this, okay? So this was a cartoon that I saw, all right? And I thought it was quite cute, right? So this guy who is supposed to be the boss, all right, is telling one of the ladies that the kid sitting down is an intern, right? But since he's doing such a great job, right, maybe the boss should be the one getting the coffee, right? And then the kid is actually reminding the boss to put in extra cream, right? So I think this could be AI, all right? This kid is using AI to get things done, right? And therefore he's achieving amazing outcomes. So hopefully all of you join us for a reason, right? To learn more about AI. And I think the title AI is fun is truly one that is fun. To get that started, I wanted to find out from you if you know which one is real and which one is a fake.
The right
So,
side
sorry,
was
which one is real, left or right, one or two?
left is real, I believe.
Left
The
is
one
real.
is-
Amal says
one-
left. Anyone else? Just have a guess.
I think both are real, Noel, if I'm not wrong.
Second, the 2 is fake.
Number 2 is fake. Okay, so number 1 is real then. Okay, all right. So Amal says both are real. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other guesses? Or maybe it's not a guess. Maybe you know. All right. You're so good with telling what is real and what is not. So
Because both are real. Yeah.
okay. Anyone else?
Alex responded, left is real. First he said both are real.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the left one is real. Okay.
Okay.
The second one is not.
Wow.
Okay, now, I don't know how to tell the difference. I also guess number 1 is real. All right. When I first saw it, okay, but I couldn't tell. All right, exactly. But what I did do was I looked at the shadows, right, in number 1 to see whether the shadows, kind of align to, say, the direction of the sun, for example, right? Sometimes I believe with AI, the details to that level often hallucinates. Okay, of course, number 2, to me, it looks too good to be true. All right, that means it's like a picture perfect kind of picture, right? So that's why I thought it's too good, all right, to be a real picture, right? That's how I told. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do with that particular activity was just to get us thinking about how AI can make mistakes, if you want. And I'm sure most of you saw this situation with Google. Okay. And in their admittance that basically their AI engine, all right, provided some misguided kind of outcome because they probably had an algorithm that promoted or emphasized diversity. For those of you who don't understand the word diversity, essentially is to cover all the different racial groups, right? In the US, it's a country of what we call like a melting pot. So there are probably tens and hundreds of different races from all kinds of different parts of the world that's come into. And of course, they also have their own indigenous, the equivalent of Orang Asli, like like these people, the Indians, for example. But obviously, this is not indigenous, all right? This is the person with the Asian look, could be a Korean, could be a Japanese, could be a Chinese, for example, right? And of course, the people with dark skin like this, their origins were from Africa, right? Many of them came into the US as slaves, right? During those days, right? So this part of the US history was totally, how to say, misrepresented, all right? So they got in trouble, okay? Now, this problem is not unique, if you want, all right? The AI bias or hallucination, whatever the word is, right? It needs to be controlled. It needs to have a guardrail, if you want. Okay, so it's very important for organizations to make sure that their AI, because they can get into a lot of trouble. If you've been following this news, the CEO of Google is in big trouble over such an incident. Okay. So you could have a very technologically advanced solution, all right, but that is not enough. Okay, it has to be unbiased, meaning it cannot be done in such a way that it favors one or the other. So sometimes in the overzealousness of the team, when they're designing the system, right, they wanted to make it fair to all the different races, not realizing that if someone prompted for something from the history books, right, you cannot make it fair in that manner, right, if you want. Okay. I'm sure most of you have seen this, right? But not limited to Google, right, with Gemini, ChatGPT also had some problems, right? Not so long ago, this happened, all right? They call it the ChatGPT had a meltdown, okay? And it was sending alarm messages to users using a combination of Spanish and English, all right? Spanglish, they call it. So, sorry, can someone mute that?
Yeah, I think someone did this.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So when an AI misbehaves, if you want, it sends a very loud message across the industry. Now, you may think that that's a little bit extreme, right? But there are two camps. There are still a lot of people who are not in favor of AI because they believe it's a threat. So every time something like this happens, right, there is this fight between the good and the bad, if you want. Now, the good side of AI is helping us progress, right? Many of us are using it on a daily basis. But there is also a bad side, meaning there are people like hackers and so forth using it to create cyber threats, to attack organizations and even individuals, and of course, scams and more. Okay. Now, in the early days when ChatGPT first came out, cyber criminals were already starting to use it. This is something that I shared even way back last year when we started talking about ChatGPT. I think it was around March, April timeframe. All right. So you can see there are lots of articles, all right, even this one going as far back as January, all right, 2023. Right? Cyber criminals starting to use ChatGPT. So it's not surprising if it can be used for good, it can be used for bad, right? That's why you notice when you start using something like Copilot, right? Copilot comes with something called responsible AI that helps keep it in check if you want, okay? So when you go in to dig deeper, you soon realize that ChatGPT provides very strong tools to malware authors, including even ransomware authors, all right? So the benefits to the cyber world from a notoriety perspective, if you want, becoming notorious for doing something bad, right, can be equally devastating to the AI tools, right? Not surprising when scams are also going down the path of using AI, although possibly most of these may not be AI in its flavored, right? But scams nonetheless is rising, right, to real intensity. Now, if you look at this article, right, from Security Commission, right, there's been a lot of complaints, like over 5,000 complaints, and this happened just last year. And that's like over 20% compared to the year before. So that's it. All right, there is a video that I picked up, which I'd like to show you, all right, in terms of AI and cyber attacks. Right.
ChatGPT is an AI chat box that combines the capabilities of natural language processing
Can you guys
with
hear
the
the sound?
GPT-3 framework to provide amazing human-like responses to virtually any request.
Very
Slightly
big.
soft.
NLP allows a model to understand human input, while GPT-3 takes on over 175 billion
Is
data
it better?
points to understand and find the answer to the most complex
Same.
solutions. This means when a
No.
request comes in,
Okay.
NLP processes
I'll skip the video.
runs
I'll let you guys
through
watch it when you get the
or
deck,
artificial
right?
admin
But
work just like a
essentially,
human
this
brain
talks
to
about
process
how
the
AI is
answer
being
presented back
used
to the user
for
in
cyber
real time.
attacks. Okay. But what I wanted to do was to take us to a more positive note, right? I'm sure some of you heard about Microsoft Copilot for Security. It's been in preview, used by a certain groups of people, right? That includes some of the partners, security partners for Microsoft, right? The nice thing is this particular tool makes protecting the corporate environment with simple natural language. It will soon be available in a few days' time. And once it's available, right, we will see for ourselves whether these claims are true. All right. Now, these are people who started playing with it during the preview. Okay. Security professionals are claiming they are able to work 22% faster. Okay. and they are 7% more accurate in terms of picking up like the false positives and stuff like that. And 97% reported they want Copilot to do the same task again and again. It's giving a good feel, okay? Personally, I myself haven't had a chance to play with it because we were not part of the preview program. But there's been enough article to tell, even this randomized security trial study indicated that this tool is an exciting tool. Now, to give it the right kind of understanding is Security Copilot doesn't work in isolation. It needs other tools like Microsoft 365 Defender, now called Defender XDR, right? And then there is the Microsoft Sentinel, which is the SIEM tool, and as well as Intune and many, many other Microsoft tools that provide data that Security Copilot or Copilot for Security will use. And in return, the IT person and or security person will be able to run complex queries with this back-end engine just by using simple natural language. Like, for example, give me a list of potential threats in the last 24 hours. Of course, write reports, create visuals like charts and dashboards and so forth. All right. And even to the point of reversing engineer malwares, right? Some of these capabilities are truly in the realm of experts, but without being an expert, AI helps you to become an expert. So it's essentially giving you expertise at your fingertips if you want. Okay. So there is a lot more to these, all right, and of course, this is just to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. Now, these are some of the security partners in the ecosystem working together with Microsoft. There are many, many brand names, all right, just to name a few, like, say, for example, Spy Cloud, right? Even VMware is there. There is a Centra Security Scorecard. There's a whole bunch of companies, all right, that's working closely with Microsoft. So these are all links that you can go and get more information regarding some of these. Right? So whether you're part of the IT team, you're part of IT security, of IT ops, or even DevOps, you will be able to use these tools. So I wanted to give Cole a chance to help me out with the demo. Cole, you there?
Yeah. Let me show some demo as well as some how to say that information about the
Thank you.
Copilot for security. So let me share my screen. Now hopefully it doesn't crash this time.
Teams crashing on you?
Yeah. Yeah, I just say about it, now it crashed already.
What happens when it crashes?
Yeah, you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Just move on first. Later on, I will terminate the session and come in again. All right. So good evening, everyone. All right. Just now, I mentioned about the architecture and also the introduction of the Copilot for security. So now I would like to talk a little bit more about how does the Copilot for security look like, right? And first of all, we'll talk a little bit about from the perspective of how does the interface look like, right? So let's move on. So as illustrated, right, Security Copilot, or now called Copilot for Security, right, has two feature set, right, or we call it a tools that available in a scenario of standalone or as an embedded experience, right? So for better understanding, right, so these are two different ways that for users to actually interact with the AI engine that integrate with the Copilot for security, right? So the one on the left, which is a standalone tools, and that will provide an interface for the user to provide prompts and even use a prompt book that as a template for you to perform some script analysis, right? Even perform some incident summarize, right? Something like that, right? And the one on the right, which is the embedded experience, is add on to certain tools, like for example, the Defender for Cloud, the Defender XDR, and so on. Right? So these are the two interface that how we can actually interact with the Copilot for security. Right? So let's move on by showing you some example. Right? So let's start from the embedded experience first. Right? So like what you can see from the screen here, this is a Microsoft 365 Defender XDR, right? And this is the security center. And with the integration of the Copilot for security, which is the one on the right, right? You are able to run your prompt or ask questions right from within the tools, like for example, within the Defender XDR, right? So let's zoom in a little bit more, right? Like for example, right, this is what allow you to do, right? So from here, we can do prompting and ask the AI to actually summarize the incident for us, right? Like for example, if we realize there's an incident, right, we can actually get the tools to actually summarize it and tell us what is going on this specific incident, for example, right? And other than that, you can you can also tell us a timeline, like what kind of incident has been happened and whether there's any relationship between the other incident, right? So it provides a incident story, right? And whether there's any linkage between a different incident, right? And furthermore, it actually provides some recommendation, like guiding you to actually perform some incident classification, right? Even give you a recommendation to actually isolate a target device and so on. Right? These are the area that as AI engine that as an assistant that will give you some recommendation, right? Right in front of the screen, on the right hand side of the screen, as an embedded tools that give a better way for the system administrator or even security team to actually interact with the XDR screen, right? For this example, right? So let's go into a simple demo, right? So for example, this is the Microsoft 365 Defender XDR screen, right? And on the right hand side, you see that there is a Copilot bar, and where it will actually give you some recommendation and summarize and so on, right? And from here, you can actually go through and actually select and to understand about what is the detail, right, for this summarized information, right? So from here, you get to understand that, or the user Jonathan, the email address has been compromised, right? And there is a malicious URL has been detected as part of the incident, right? So from here, the security copilot actually provides some recommendation, like for example, whether we are going to classify this as a safe email or we're going to classify it as a incident or as a malware or as a suspicious email, right? And it also provides provides the IT administrator to isolate the device, right? And even provide more detailed view, like a heat map, right? But for example, whether there's any similar incident just happen within the network, for example, right? And what is the connection between all these incidents? Whether there's any linkage, whether there's any suspicious file that actually happened in all the incident, right? So this actually provide like a heat map and provide a connection for the IT pro to have better understanding about the attack, right? About the suspicious detection that has been detected, right? And of course, Security Copilot also allows the administrator to actually drill down to have more understanding, like for example, even analyze the script or even the source code that is being detected in this specific malicious email, for example. And of course, it also allows the IT team, the security team to perform advanced hunting, right? Advanced hunting is a term that for the security team to actually drill down and even query for a specific incident with more detail by using the query language, right? And from here, Copilot for Security did a very good job by giving and showing a lot of recommendation, a lot of sample and template query code that you can actually use to actually perform the query and hunting for the information that you are looking for, right? So this is how the embedded version of the security Copilot for Security that actually work in the Defender XDR environment. All right. So let's take another look on the other embedded solution, like for example, the embedded solution for the security in this Microsoft Intune. Right. From here, we can actually utilize the AI engine to actually summarize or even analyze a certain event, right, in Microsoft Intune, or even we can actually issue a prompt, right, to create a configuration policy, or even analyze the application, or even create a deployment script as well, right? This is something that we can do with the Copilot for Security, right? From another perspective, right, the embedded version for the Microsoft Entra, right, we can use the AI engine to actually investigate and identify the security risk. We can actually use it to actually summarize the system log, summarize the event log, and even perform some configuration changes and so on, right? And for the embedded on the Microsoft Purview, right, we can actually use it to perform the summarize of the data loss prevention alert, right? We can actually use it to actually assist us on addressing some regulatory requirement by using the natural language in, for example, in discovery search and so on. This is some benefit that the Copilot for Security that can provide with the embedded version into these tools, right? And what about the embedded version for the Defender, Microsoft Defender for Cloud? This is a very good scenario where by leveraging the tools, we can further enhance and improve the security posture based on the criteria and the remediation recommendation provided by the Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Right. So this is something that we can do with this embedded Copilot for Security tools. Right. And moving forward, right, by talking about the embedded version. Right. So let's talk about the standalone version. Right. Let's switch gear a little bit. Right. Talk about the standard Copilot for Security interface. Right. So with a prompt bar at the bottom of the screen for the user to interact and asking and prompting, right, about the different security Copilot that has been enabled, right, within a single pane of glass. Right. So by accessing this interface, right, the standalone interface, right, user does not need to be the tools itself in order to issue a prompt, right? So it's a bit different from the embedded experience. So this is some example here and how we are actually interact with the Copilot for Security standalone tools, right? The standalone interface, right? So this is some of the example, like how you can actually summarize the incident, how you can actually improve the security posture, right? Let's say you want to query for any system that is affected, right? Even you want to analyze why a specific account is being locked out, right? So these are the some example on how you can actually perform prompting and interact with the Copilot engine, right? So this is some of the example on how the user, the security team actually interact with the Copilot for Security, right? Like for example, right, I can actually put in a prompt by asking that, hey, help me to analyze incident number, right? By providing the incident number, right? The Copilot for security will actually help me to actually dig out this incident from the, let's say, for example, my Sentinel, right? And for example, my the Defender XDR database, right? The incident will actually summarized by the Copilot engine and giving a report based on the prompting information that I'm asking just now, right? Like for example, I give you the incident number and I say that, hey, Copilot, help me to summarize this incident number, right? And from here, you can see that the Copilot engine actually helped me to analyze and summarize on the issue about the incident number that I given, right? So from here, you can see that it has been summarized that this incident number actually has some criteria that to be suspicious, right? So I can actually go in further, right? So help me to actually look up for the IP address that actually listed in the incident, right? So the Copilot engine will actually move further and actually analyze based on the IP address that it summarized just now, right? So from here, it actually lists the information saying that, oh, the IP address the summarized just now is actually listed as part of the for the hacker site, for example. Like for example, the cyber threat in the how to say that the IP address is actually listed in one of the hacker site and known to be suspicious, right? Like for example, the combo strike, right? And also some of the Typhoon engine that is being used, commonly used by hacker, right? So this is how we can actually deep dive and ask question when if we want to dig out more from the summarize of the specific incident, right? And we can even ask a question like, for example, hey, is there any machine within my network is actually affected with the same incident with the same malicious URL, right? So the Copilot engine will actually search into the incident database and actually come back to me whether there's any other machine that within the network is actually affecting with the same incident, right? Affected and is actually listed in the database, right? So it will basically help me to actually do analysis, do indexing, and come up, respond me with feedback saying that, oh, this is a list of the machine that should be suspicious and affected with the same malicious URL. Right, so this is something that we can actually work closely by using the AI engine and helps the security team to further understand and deep dive and analyze with the specific incident. Right. So I think that's all for me. Some simple demo about the two different interface of the Copilot for security. Over to you. No?
Thanks, Cole. Noel has left. He told me he's going off early. Thank you, Cole, for sharing the security Copilot, how AI is embedded into security Copilot, that it makes everything works as if easy and if fast, efficient result and outcome to find out a solution. So it's amazing. Let me share something else. There's something I prepared for today as well. Let me share screen. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, cool. Before I get to that, let me see. I can click. Okay. Do you guys know Malaysia government has a AI course in place for all the citizens to attend? Have you seen this? AI untuk rakyat. Yes. I recommend everyone to attend it. I believe Calvin have listened through it. So this is something new from the government, and it is a good exploration to understand what is AI. And if you listen to the audio version, the person who's speaking, I think, is an AI, is not a human. So you understand the word and how the AI pronounce "rak" in English is a bit weird, but you can understand. So I encourage everyone to go into it to understand what is AI. Apparently today, government just announced that teacher will be prepared to teach about AI in school. So it's going to be implemented in school. Whether the Ministry of Education is doing it or not, I recommend everyone to be ready, especially parents, to be aware and learn a bit what is AI about, where your children's future will be at stake here, and to understand the tool better. So that's my recommendation. Pretty straightforward, 1.5 hours. So you can finish it in then. Up to you all to listen. I haven't finished yet. I just started a bit. Yeah, but the second thing that I want to share today is that I found this tool very amazing. And where do I found this? This is called Spector. And they have three AI: transcriptor, Spector, and eScriptor. So it's an AI whereby I found it on this Microsoft Store under here. So you can search for AI Hub here for any AI software. I found it amazing. First time I see it. So you can search whatever AI you want: chatbot, AI app, ultra realistic AI voice. There's a lot more here. So this is a special AI with two little, not a star, but like a mini star almost. Yeah, you can explore the AI tools here. There's AI photo editor, quick resume, so and so on. There's a lot of this script is here. So I recommend you to explore more. Some access of AI tools here. But today I'm going to just show this. So this is a tool, text to speech AI, and Scriptor and eScriptor and Transcriptor. This three app is actually a multimodal AI. So it can do different things. It's not just text. Like ChatGPT is only text creation. The newer version may add on with DALL-E, then it will be a text to image creation. So this is something interesting. Let's, for example, right? I'm going to type something here. Type that. So save my time. I'm going to use Copilot. More than 50 words. On what should I get to know? On introduction of AI. So oh yeah, see, I typed wrongly, speech. Okay, this is where I got. I copy this just for it. Let's say this. Go back here. I put it in. I submit. It's processing now. And how it convert it to something. I on the music, the sound.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the blink of an eye, we
Can you
step
hear?
into an era where machines can learn and make decisions.
Yes,
This
we
is the
can
era
hear.
of artificial intelligence, or AI. AI is not just a concept, it's a bridge to an unimaginable future. It's already transforming healthcare, driving cars, predicting weather, and even composing music. As we stand on the brink of this technological revolution, let's embrace AI. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward. You see, let's say I prefer something different sound. Is there someone on a speak? Okay, sorry, I mute it. Okay, so you see, just now is a standard language. Let's say I want to a Chinese slang English. Let's say this one, hui hui.
Thank you.
Let's try.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the blink of an eye, we've stepped into an era where
You see the
machines
different
can
tone?
learn and make decisions.
Let me save let me try another thing. So let's try this. Myanmar.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the blink of an AI, we've stepped into an era where machines can learn and make decisions.
Cool.
This is the era of artificial intelligence, or A.
Let me try this. This is India slang. I'm not
This is
sure
the
how
era of
close.
artificial intelligence, or A. A is not just a concept, it's a bridge to an unimaginable future.
So it's amazing,
It's
the
al-
two.
It's already transforming healthcare, driving cars, predicting weather, and even composing music.
Does it sound like from India? Amma, what do you think? Does it sound like from India?
Yeah, sounds like India, but the slang is little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, this is standard. You can see there's a premium here. You have to pay. This is
Correct,
standard.
correct.
It's free account. But let me say, this is only English, right? What about Chinese? I can change it. Chinese.
There is a Hindi as well. Maybe try after that.
Sure. Let's say
Ladies and
now.
gentlemen, in the blink of an E.
So this is English. Let's go back.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the blink of an E, we've stepped into an era where machines can learn and make decisions.
Okay, I'm going to get ready. Let's say translate this to Chinese. Okay, we got the Chinese text ready. Let's copy it and go in and put it in. Submit. Okay, before I do that, so that easier for everyone, let's say I understand better with English. So refresh the page. Look at the new one. Okay, we're gonna try to listen.
A. A. A.
Okay, doesn't work here.
A. I. I.
Okay, got error where? This is funny.
I. I.
Hmm.
I.
Last time used to work. Looks like there's an error.
I think the script is not actually distributed, right?
Yeah, you cannot detect. So
Transcribe thing, it is not done.
this is the first time I counted it. This is free. It gives you 78 minutes, 1 hour, actually 2 hours. So
Okay.
so you can try this. This is quite interesting, but there is this thing, this AI chat, where so you can talk to it. It's almost like an AI chat as well. There is also an option for AI chat. What can you do? So it's almost like Copilot and Gemini and so on. But I find their response a bit more neutral. You see, let's say is ChatGPT better? Yeah. I cannot speak for ChatGPT as I'm different chatbot. Yeah. So it's kind. So I'm going to challenge it a bit. You know, let's say I say, what is your capability? So this is a more polite response AI chat. So I find it useful, but I only have 73 credit, right? This is free account. So something new. You can upload text and do things. So there's also scripters. This one is scriptor. There's also a transcriptor, whereby you can try. Transcriptor, upload file, record. This is like AI lecturer. So you can record your meetings here. Smart meeting minutes transcriptor. So it's pretty cool. Let's say I click this. So you have to connect, then only you work. So that's one way to do it. Let's say I connect mine. So you have require access. Haha, error. No worries. You can try out. There's a lot of things you can do. I want to try the uploading of file. For example, let me try this. Search asked me to translate this to English, Chinese. But I try to do let's see whether you can read this or not.
Steps to fredomdainha do paga 0 dunya.
30 p.m. 2:00 micro
Well,
console
the
slash
timing
bot
is all
slash
out,
manager and facilitator.
but it can read document. Pretty interesting. Okay. You can do for scripting, for video caption, and so on. Oh, that's how you do it. Interesting. Let's say I'm going to upload a file. Just now I was uploading a file. You can. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Input text. Wow, I'll select one. I need to select. Oh, it changes. Oh, it changes the original text. Interesting. This is how to write documents. Yeah, it changes. Wow, interesting. This is something that I tried. Which is pretty interesting. I wanted to try this, but didn't have enough time. I'll try it. I show you all guys next round. This is a new AI. There's a lot more AIs actually in here where you can try or try out more. So this app are a bit more secure because it's approved by Microsoft. Yeah, so can try out. The next I will try is this one. The young people will love this if we can write resume. Yeah. Very interesting. Resume Builder app apart. This is 2.7 star. So usually I will look at the star and see which one is better. Somebody you have to check through and look at the stars. So hope this will help understand more. Anyway, I think this is all I'm going to show. We are ending slightly earlier. Anyone have any question? Or anybody have anything to share?
I mean, I have something to share. I just started exploring. It is fully not done. Okay.
Come.
I came up to a website. Let me share my screen. Maybe it's
Yeah.
interesting if someone individuals wants to try. It is even for me very new. Anyone got a chance to go through this website called OpenArt? Never, I think, right? Even I just got this on today. So basically, OpenArt is a AI platform, OpenArt.ai. So what actually it helps you is multiple conversions. Okay, it starts from creating an image. Generally, we have seen this similar scenario from Copilot as well, right? The same way. And editing an image, basically enhancing the vision of the specific image or expanding the image, basically improving the resolution quality, okay, or real-time drawing and training your creativity thoughts. Sorry for the background. Okay, sorry. And image to prompt. These are certain things. And what I liked it here is just take sorry, I think it's still going on. I'll just continue, right? So for example, if someone has an imagination, just taking an example, an art into an image, right? That can be done. Basically, you need to attach an art, what you have done, and just try to use this tool and convert it into a picture or imagination visual. That's one very interesting one. And second is basically for creating a variations of a specific object. That is something which I felt it is very cute kind of. The third one is this one. I was trying to see that how interesting it is, right? So basically, you can bring your picture and it can create like a cute, iconic kind of a picture, right? This is something more differentiative. And there are multiple things here. Actually, if we go into Flow apps, there are multiple models here. Okay, so creating an animation characters or magic brush kind of a scenarios or any stuff, right? So I would like to just explore this and come back in the next week if I have some more interesting scenarios. With the free thing, I could see some 80 touch points here. Interestingly, this one is not giving number of touch points as an option. So 80 is a free thing, and I felt it is one thing helpful. Anyone can just try as well. I'll just share this link on the chat window. Maybe next session we will try to explore this more and get into the depth of it. Quick, that's what I just wanted to share. Maybe time is up now. If not, I wanted to show the variations on Copilot results pictures. Do we have another 4-5 minutes?
Yes, we still have 5 minutes more.
Yeah. So I think this is something interesting. Let me just show you guys. So I'm just using my personal account here. Example, I'm just trying to show a picture which has been generated. So I gave an instruction to Copilot, create a picture of a glass bottle with cotton inside with the gold light finishing. You see these pictures, correct? Now, the interesting scenario here, what I see is picture generated. With this, we can able to convert that into various themes or various scheme of look and feel. For example, let me take this as a picture reference. I want to convert this into a pixel art. Right? What is this? Something went wrong. For the first time, even I am saying this. Okay, let me try watercolor. Okay, it's maybe based on internet, right? So for this to do for us, at least it will take 3 or 4 tools and different expertise to create all across. Copilot has made very simplified. You see this? This is entirely the class what we have seen the real picture generated into a watercolor. So I'll just do undo and let me just try to see from thing like claymation. I don't know what is exactly this claymation is as well, but this is so interesting that even if we doesn't have any expertise on the tools or a creation on the designing, it is helping us to simplify our thoughts, right? So first, yeah, this is something as a claymation, right? Now that doesn't limit here. We can still download and do every stuff. For example, I can just do copy, okay, and I'll just try to paste it here itself. Or let me just open a PowerPoint. This is also possible, right? So just once I go back, I can just see all the stuff whatever I have created. So there have been multiple approaches which was interesting. So for example, taking this, okay, if I want to just make a block printing of this picture as a image, this is a 2D image which has been generated, right? Now the good part here is basically you can able to make this picture into landscape mode. Example, if you want to use it on a web pages or a PowerPoint, that is possible. Okay. If not, if you want to just make it as a simple for our social media like WhatsApp or Insta or something, the square kind of a design also is just by default it will be generated, right? So this is some improvements which I see in the recent times. Now you see the same picture has been converted into a landscape model, right? And the other option when I click here is a square, which is there already as a result, correct? So one last thing before we leave, I'll just try this in a block print so that you can see the variations of improvements with Copilot and designer integration. You see here the result is basically designed by a designer Microsoft tool and backed and powered by DALI, the OpenAI tool from the text to image, right? Now you see this is a block print design, right? So hope it was interesting. Please explore when you are trying to use this. This could give a better improvements day on day what we are trying to use. Okay. Thanks to you, Vic. Back to you.
Thank you, Amma. Thank you, everyone. I hope you guys get something new. For your information, Copilot or whatever AI is still improving and still changing. I find that the improvement has made our work more better. The availability of features of different style of art creation is pretty awesome. I think this is awesome. Thanks, everyone. Does anyone have anything to say? I saw that Jeet was unmuting. Were you trying to say something, Jeet? No? Okay, cool. So this is something new. I thank you everyone for attending. If anyone has found some AI tools that you think is interesting to share, I welcome everyone to come and approach us. Do come and share. It's for us to learn together. It's a place where we support each other. If we found a very good AI, it's great to really try and use it together. Yeah. So with it, I just end it at 9:30. Okay, thank you, everyone. Hope you have a good rest tonight. Good night, everyone.
Vic, who is Gen X5 here? Looks his picture is so much real. I think is it
Hi.
Avatar? Hi.
Oh yeah, that's my virtual avatar.
Yeah,
Wow.
is it a,
Very
yeah,
much
I also have mine.
Yes. I mean, his Gen X5 picture is so much real, I say. Avatar. I mean,
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
generator.
is
It's an
within
AI
Teams.
generator.
wow.
Yeah, I also use mine.
Maybe I can
Hi.
share in the next session.
Yeah, do
Maybe.
share.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
share.
because it's so much real when I see here. Because our avatar is showcased as avatars, but yours is more realistic. We love
I
to.
was because I was trying to install the Teams avatar, but unfortunately I realized I don't have the license for it. I'm like, oh no. So I was looking for alternatives and I found this one. I was like, oh wow. But the only problem is it doesn't smile.
Doesn't smile.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
blink maybe.
there is a mood control. Let me show you.
Oh, there's a
No,
mood
but
control.
not a Teams avatar.
Yeah, let me show you.
Wait,
Okay.
wait. He's saying it's not Teams avatar, it seems. It's a third party, other tool.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's not by Teams.
Okay.
It's a third party too. So basically I can use this virtual avatar on any platform like Teams, Zoom. or
Can you ping
even
the name to
Google
us?
Meet.
Yeah, just ping us the name. Maybe next week we will request you to present your experience on that.
Oh,
Lovely.
yeah, sure. It'll be my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Thanks,
Good
guys.
talk. Good talk.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.